I hope you're feeling positive because this is the Introverted Positron and hopefully this works out. If it's desynced a little bit, then that's okay. Doing stuff and stuff. So hopefully everything's working fine. Again, if it's desynced, it's easy for me to move things around a little bit. Hopefully that doesn't happen, because it's easier said than done. Oh, shoot! Why do I start videos off like this all the time? In all honesty, it's getting to be a little bit of an annoyance. Okay. Right. I remember what I was doing. So I'm heading back to the ship. And as you can probably see, it's no longer a light outside, which is actually going to help my gameplay quite a bit. Everything looks very bright and clear on my screen now. In fact, it looks brighter on my TV screen now than it did before. Helps when there's not light shining directly on the screen. So this is much better. Okay. Right, so now we have, what did we get last time? So we got the gravity jump, we got another artifact, which there's still plenty of to find. But that will go pretty quickly once we're focused on finding artifacts. Because I already know where a few of them are as it stands. At least two that I know directly where they are, and then the rest are like riddles that basically tell you where they should be. Yeah. So the furnace is just over here, and we're going to ignore the ghosts for the most part because we really don't need to fight them. And then we're going to make our way back to the ship. Come on. Up we go. Yeah, but they last long enough that you can use a morph bomb to get yourself up. So not incredibly worried about it. Bye bye. Open please. Yeah, this is also gonna activate things. Wait, no, that's not where I want to go. I want to go this way. Let's go this way. I swear, if that's coming off as racist, that was not the intention. I'm realizing that. For some, it might be possible that came off like that. That's not the intention. I swear. It doesn't excuse it if it does sound like it, and I'm sorry if it does. Please let me know, because I don't want to, in a sense anyway. I mean, it can get ridiculous too. But let me know. For now, I mean, I'm going to have to leave it to my discretion to decide if I disagree with it or if I think that it's too restricting on me in terms of stuff. But for the most part, if you find that things I say or do here make you uncomfortable, let me know and I will stop them. But it's not 100% fair to expect me to know everything that people are being comfortable with. Not that that's been a problem. I haven't had those kinds of expectations yet. But I'm also not very big. But yeah, let me know those things because I want to know those things. I want to be respectful of the people who are coming to this channel. I want to be respectful of people's rights in that regard. It's not censoring myself when I'm not trying to make a point with what I'm saying. It's me being ignorant, really, of certain things. And that's also because I'm not an incredibly socially aware person, which is my fault. But also my decision, and I don't regret that decision. I think me being as isolated from certain popular pieces of culture for such a long time is actually what's lent its way to the development of who I am now. And that's not to say that who I am is better than somebody who is more culturally aware, but to say that, or not culturally aware I am. Socially aware, not necessarily. Because cutting yourself off from the normalities of society can help you to understand a different kind of perspective where you're looking less from a societal point of view and more from your own point of view, more from your own observations and your own understanding of key concepts that are learned both through life and through reading articles and such that aren't tainted by a social perspective. And social perspective is not the correct term. By a normalized perspective. That's probably the better way of putting it. but it's different, and that's what I don't dislike about it, is that it means that my perspective is different from somebody who has been like ingrained in Western culture for their entire life and everything about it. Obviously, I've played video games and stuff, but there's a lot of references and terms that I've only come to know in the last few years because I've only been really socially active over the last while. And yeah, we're back. Anyway, just a weird side note, but an important one, I think. I think a very important one. Hello. Okay. So yeah, we're going to do the exact same thing as we did last time, except now we can actually get through faster. The door's already unlocked, so we don't have to worry about that. So at least we don't have to worry about a lot of stuff. It's also way easier to get out when we need to get out. Although we're not anywhere near needing that yet. In fact, I don't even think that's going to be something that we're going to worry about. Unless we just get the grapple beam here. It's a possibility that we're just getting the grapple beam here. And then we're going to do other things with that. Hi. You're new. This should still... Actually, are these different? Yeah, they're totally different. I guess they're Aqua Pirate? Yeah. Hey, you're like a normal pirate. Boy, does that move slow. There we go. That's all I need. I don't care about anything else. As long as if I freeze them, then it's done. Yeah, it's actually kind of funny. The only, like, real reminder what era this is from, like, because a lot of it's done with, like, unrealistic creatures in general, so you don't really see the same kind of detail you would with something you're more familiar with. But the only kind of, like, real indication of what era this game is from is Samus's design. If you ever get to see it, which you can only do if you do certain things in the game. There's that and a cutscene at the end of the game, which once I finish this, I recommend you watch the cutscene if you want to, if you're not planning on playing the game yourself, just because it's gonna definitely be important towards the next game. But I'll basically describe it at the end. I won't, because watching it's a different deal and it's kind of interesting and cool, but again, I don't suspect that we're gonna get there. Give me that. Sometimes we require other things. Okay. There we go. Hello. Still gonna shoot it. Okay. Oh yeah. I remember sliding down here quite a few times the first time I played through this game. I spent so much time in this area. My first playthrough that was not platform. And where did we end up? Okay, that was fairly okay in terms of what just happened. At least I'm not incredibly damaged or or down at the bottom. Okay, I can do better than that. Time my jump. There we go. Hello, Space Pirate. Looks like you didn't survive the crash. Surprise. Oh, don't tell me I have to go climb down to find it. No. Okay, it's right there. Oh, of course. Door has no power. 3 nearby terminals. Of course it's this. I don't know why I switched back to normal visor. I need this one. I really should have guessed that that's what it was, counting on the fact that that's been in pretty much every other room. Yeah. Back down we go. Unfortunately. We still need to find that third panel, which is probably even farther down. Might even be in here. Ah, right there. Done. Okay, now we can go access it. If only I'd realized that. At least it's not a difficult climb, but it can be annoying. And annoyance is definitely something I don't want either. Definitely prefer normal visor when I can use it. The colors in the heat visor definitely do wear on you pretty quickly. At least in my opinion. Die. You fine. Actually, I think that is where I should be going next. Yeah. And we're back to this point. There we go. Okay. Up we go. And through the door. I don't know why I did that. Okay. So this is brand new. Apparently that is too. Just to get a quick shot off before I do that. Done. Oh, shoot. Nah. Yeah, I think we're pretty close to where the Parasite Queen was, actually. That's a weird sound. What in the world is that? That looks like a... Oh, it's an aquadrome. It looks more like a creature from a distance. Like a biological one. Okay, another problem then. Easy to beat with electricity on my side. The wave beam on my side. Yeah, I really like the use of the scan mechanic, because being able to see like weaknesses in enemies and stuff is important. Some of it's logical, but the fact of the matter is without the scan there, it wouldn't have been as reasonable for them to assume that you would know these things. And to actually look for them. And yeah, we're doing this again. I have to stop. I just have to start assuming that it's going to be a scan thing. Okay, there's one over there. But that's not an issue, because that's pretty easy to get to. So we'll get that on our way back. I actually didn't notice how many locks there were. It might just be the 2. Yeah, I think it's just the 2. Nope, there's 3. Glad I checked. Okay, awesome. So let's go get that last one. There we go. We're out. Again, not particularly difficult. We're going to see some more interesting puzzles as we go along now. And I keep on saying that, but honestly, it's true. Ooh. Cordite. We can deal with Cordite with a super missile. Thank you. That's why I always check those kinds of things. Okay. Who knew there was a missile upgrade there the whole time? Okay. Wait, what? Oh, it's right there. That is a weird hallway. Okay. Ah, yes, more of the Aqua Pirates. Yeah, projectiles definitely seem to move slower in water. The wave beam seems to be the only thing that's unaffected. Which is odd, because we're talking about energy here. Energy shouldn't be able to... I guess it's a different medium. Because basically what happens to stuff like light, for instance, which is an electromagnetic wave, is that in different mediums it bends, because it doesn't move slower. Actually, some things do, but light doesn't move slower, but it bends in different mediums. Whereas, like, most things will move slower in mediums when it's not an electromagnetic wave. So it's odd that energy must have some matter to it then. Because something like, I forget all the terms right now. And I'm probably saying nonsense, to be completely honest. A lot of this stuff is stuff that I need to be more familiar with, and I can be, and I have been more familiar with it. And right, that's not gonna help. Because it's part of who I am and part of this channel too, that I want to be able to talk about those things, because those things are cool, especially since they do so many things to accommodate for those kinds of scenarios in video games. So it's really interesting to talk and to look at how that's done, and to understand the actual like science that's put into these games. for instance, the idea that water would hold you down makes sense, which I know seems odd when you think about it because most people float in water, but water exerts a pressure because it's a weight, it's a mass. You're in a fluid, which exerts pressure because it's actually exerting a weight on you. And weight is actually a unit of force. It's actually kind of funny because we actually use the terms weight and mass. What's the term I'm looking for? But we use them as if they're the same term when they're not even close. Because weight is a unit of force. It's how much something it's how much force has been applied on an object in a downward direction, which is due to gravity. And then, whoa, way deeper. And then mass is the measurement of how much of something there is. I feel like I'm going in the wrong direction. Mostly because I am. No, thank you. Yeah, so there's one at the top. I thought I fell down from a door, though. And maybe I just imagined that. It's just a funny... Oh, yeah. I jumped at it and fell down and then assumed that I had fallen farther than I actually had. Whoopsies. This is kind of cool. Yeah, so same as the other ones. Okay. Let's get on through here. What's in here? I see a force field and I see a vent. Let's go through the vent. I think we're still underwater. Yeah, we're still underwater. Okay, let's try that. Really? There we go. I didn't think I would actually need another bomb to do that. Although there is something here. So let me see. It almost looks like something could be there. No. 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 There we go. No, I don't think anything's actually up there. I think that's somewhere where I can fall from. But I don't think there's anything actually up there. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Okay. We're gonna have to time this carefully then. So that... Nope. Part of the way up. So about there. 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 Okay. Well, that worked out. Good. Whew. Yeah, and we won't need to do that. So those are mechanics that are extra mechanics to get certain upgrades. Otherwise, you don't have to worry about it. That's kind of one of the really cool things about Metroid, is that it doesn't require you to get all the upgrades by any extent of the imagination, but it does certainly make it fun to get them all, because getting them all actually requires you to learn something new, and to learn something that you wouldn't discover otherwise about the game, which is always fun. Now, those kinds of mechanics have always been in Metroid. There's always been stuff like, for instance, the wall jump was a hidden mechanic to the series for a long time. Not to say that people didn't know about it, but it wasn't an intended mechanic that you had to learn. Not an intended mechanic. It was very much an intended mechanic, but it wasn't a mechanic you ever had to learn to play the game for the most part. I think Super Metroid had one or two areas where you kind of needed it, in particular the area where you had to learn it. And it's a tough mechanic to do just because it's such a weird sort of combination of buttons you need to press. And I'm only doing this, yeah, this actually goes to an area we've been to before, which is where that other elevator in the Chozo ruins went. But I'm just opening that up so that it is fast for me to go back there if I do end up back at the Chozo ruins somehow. That way, I can just go through there to get back here. What am I looking for? Okay, there's a white door higher up that I want to get up to. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, that's what I love about Metroid. That's like one of the things I probably love the most about Metroid and Phazon. So this is my first interaction with Phazon in and of itself. Now yeah, it also kills you really fast. But I just wanted to see if there's something under there. Apparently there isn't. What time is it? Okay, we're at 20 minutes exactly. But this is going to go somewhere. So now we have the Phazon Mines East. So yeah, here comes the final big area of the game. This is where actually all of the final power-ups are in the game. So I think we have to leave it at some point to go get something. But otherwise we're going to be here for the majority of the rest of the playthrough. Okay. Here we go. Because this place is pretty massive. But now we're actually dealing with Phazon itself. So this is really where the end game kind of begins. It's a very large end game, though, if it is to be. Because this is a long area to get through. So yeah, welcome to the Phazon Mines. Let's see. Oh. Of course you're gonna walk onto me. What else would you do? Oh. Are you more powerful turrets? Is that the impression I'm getting? Yeah, it's a mega turret. What else would it be? There we go, done. Okay. So obviously, even in this area, there's a lot for us to do. I think this is a safe point, though. Yeah, this is definitely a safe point. There we go. We've been given access to it, so we're going to save here. Next time, we're going to start the Phazon Mines. So look forward to it. Bye. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel, and it's always appreciated. I'm going to leave some links here so you can go check out some other stuff on my channel, or you can always just search the channel. There's lots of stuff for people, playlists, and all that stuff. And so on that note, thank you again. Have a great day, and remember to keep positive.